As First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump redefined the role with a captivating blend of elegance, opulence, and quiet mystique. Every detail of her presence, her couture gowns, the glimmer of her $1,500,000 jewelry collection, and even her solo travels spoke of a world reserved for the ultra-elite. A single hotel stay costing $174,000 was not just an indulgence, it was a statement. A glimpse into a lifestyle that thrived on extravagance. While her Be Best initiative placed her in the public eye, it was her air of mystery and effortless sophistication that truly commanded attention. Now, with a renewed sense of purpose, she steps back into the spotlight, ready to captivate once more. Let's dive into the world of Melania Trump, where luxury is not just a choice, but a way of life. Melania Trump's opulent and enigmatic life as First Lady. Melania Trump's fashion choices during her tenure as First Lady of the United States ignited both intrigue and fascination. Some speculated that her meticulously curated wardrobe was a form of subliminal messaging, while others saw it as a calculated display of opulence, reinforcing her carefully crafted brand image. As a former model, her style often exuded an air of seduction, with moments of undeniable glamour courtesy of Chanel, such as her captivating exit during her first tenure. However, Melania's bold approach to fashion also courted controversy, with her unapologetic choices making headlines. From the infamous "I really don't care" Zara jacket to her visit to Texas post-Hurricane Harvey in towering Manolo Blahnik stilettos, her fashion statements were scrutinized, sometimes interpreted as insensitive. The pith helmet she wore on her solo trip to Africa, a style historically linked to 19th century colonialism, only fueled further backlash. At the heart of Melania Trump's aesthetic lies a refined yet provocative minimalism, often defined by impeccably tailored skirt and jacket ensembles, striking jumpsuits, and flowing cloak coats that subtly highlight her silhouette. Her wardrobe is a testament to her keen sense of power dressing. Shirt dresses exude effortless elegance, while her body-skimming, curve-enhancing gowns radiate an aura of sensuality, especially at royal wedding events. Signature accessories amplify her mystique. Sky-high Louboutin heels, oversized black-tinted sunglasses, and long-lined gloves are her staples, transforming her look into an intoxicating display of confidence and untouchable sophistication. While some view these as mere finishing touches, others perceive them as emblematic of her dominance, an almost theatrical expression of self-assured power. Her color palette remains as refined as her fashion choices, with a dominance of black and cream reflecting a preference for sleek minimalism. Yet she isn't afraid to venture into khaki, tan, and nude tones, occasionally punctuated by vibrant bursts of color, fuchsia and red being particular favorites, especially in February. Over her 4 years in the White House, her sartorial inspirations have ranged from military and equestrian influences to safari-inspired ensembles for diplomatic trips. Regardless of the theme, Melania Trump's fashion narrative remains an unspoken yet powerful language, one that blends allure, opulence, and an enigmatic air of authority. From the moment she stepped into the public eye, Melania Trump has embodied the essence of a modern-day socialite, exuding grace and elegance reminiscent of Jackie Kennedy. Her sartorial choices have often drawn comparisons to the former First Lady, with one of the most striking examples being her powder blue Ralph Lauren cashmere suit at the 2017 inauguration. Complete with tonal blue gloves and stilettos, the ensemble bore an uncanny resemblance to Jackie Kennedy's iconic outfit from John F. Kennedy's 1961 inauguration. From that moment forward, Melania's fashion choices have consistently embraced a timeless, retro-inspired aesthetic, celebrating the classic two-piece silhouettes, shawl neck and high neck jackets, wide leg and cigarette pants, and pastel hues of blue, pink, and soft yellow that defined the 1966. Beyond political events, Melania's wardrobe has continued to captivate audiences worldwide, balancing sophistication with a touch of old Hollywood glamour. She has been spotted in cropped pants and ballet flats, a look that blends the effortless elegance of Audrey Hepburn with Jackie O's off-duty style. One of her most breathtaking moments came during her visit to the United Kingdom, where she turned heads in a Grecian-inspired gown by J. Mendel valued at $6,990. The ethereal white dress featured pleated bodice details and sweeping chiffon drapes, exuding a goddess-like presence. Similarly, for an official visit from Colombian President Iván Duque Márquez and First Lady María Juliana Ruiz Sandoval, Melania opted for a bold yet refined look, donning a vibrant pink Fendi houndstooth coat worth $4,200, paired with nude heels, a testament to her love for statement-making fashion. Melania's admiration for Jackie Kennedy was especially evident on her final day as First Lady when she stepped out in a striking Chanel two-piece suit, paired with long leather gloves, oversized Bottega Veneta sunglasses, a crocodile Hermes Birkin bag worth $75,000, and patent Louboutin stilettos. As she boarded Air Force One, she made a seamless transition from the structured, somber look to a more relaxed and vibrant departure outfit. An orange Gucci dress priced at $3,700, complemented by Roger Vivier flats. The switch symbolized a shift from the high-pressure political sphere to a new chapter in Palm Beach, where a more laid-back, yet luxurious lifestyle awaited her. Melania Trump's fashion choices have never been just about aesthetics. They have been carefully curated statements, crafted through her partnership with the esteemed French designer Hervé Pierre. Known for his work with renowned fashion houses such as Oscar de la Renta and Carolina Herrera, Pierre played a pivotal role in shaping Melania's image as First Lady. Their collaboration was a strategic fusion of creativity and diplomacy, ensuring that every outfit she wore reflected her personal style while aligning with the political climate. Pierre meticulously selected pieces from high-end stores like Bergdorf Goodman, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Dior in New York, often shopping anonymously to maintain discretion. His keen eye ensured that Melania's outfits remained exclusive, preventing any fashion faux pas by guaranteeing that no other public figures had worn the same design. Though primarily known for her modeling career, Melania has also ventured into the business world, proving herself to be more than just a style icon. In the early 2010s, she launched a jewelry collection with QVC, offering necklaces, bracelets, and rings at accessible price points. The collection was met with resounding success, with many pieces selling out repeatedly. Melania has often expressed her passion for design, revealing in an interview with Jet Set magazine that her background in architecture and fine arts played a significant role in shaping her creative pursuits. She emphasized the importance of following one's passions, noting that she loved sketching and bringing ideas to life, a philosophy she carried into her jewelry line. Throughout her tenure as First Lady, Melania Trump's sophisticated fashion sense and entrepreneurial spirit have remained defining aspects of her public persona. With the unwavering support of her husband, Donald Trump, who once praised her amazing sense of design and incredible intelligence, she navigated the White House years with an air of mystery and whether commanding attention in couture gowns or making subtle yet powerful fashion statements, Melania has left an indelible mark on the world of style, cementing her legacy as one of the most fashionable first ladies in history. True luxury, however, lies in Melania Trump's exquisite personal jewelry collection. Among her treasured pieces is a stunning 25-carat diamond engagement ring, a dazzling symbol of opulence that cost Donald Trump a staggering $1,500,000. But Melania's refined taste extends beyond fashion and jewelry. She also values relaxation in the most exclusive of settings. Nowhere is this more evident than in her private retreat at Mar-a-Lago, a lavish estate in Palm Beach, Florida worth $18 million. While President Trump frequents the property to golf, entertain dignitaries, and network with influential figures, Melania embraces a different approach, one of quiet seclusion, where she can retreat from the public eye and savor the tranquility of her private quarters. For Melania, Mar-a-Lago serves as a personal sanctuary, offering an escape from the relentless scrutiny of the political world. Unlike the grandiose expanses of the Trump Tower penthouse in Manhattan or the sprawling executive residence of the White House, the family's private quarters within the estate are relatively modest in scale. However, what the space lacks in size, it more than compensates for in exclusivity and charm. Nestled within the approximately 20-acre estate, this section of the property is an oasis of privacy, set apart from the club's bustling social scene. While members and their guests enjoy the extravagant amenities, ranging from tennis and croquet courts to a private beach club, Melania remains in the secluded family compound, relishing the serene ambiance of one of Florida's most prestigious estates. For President Trump, Mar-a-Lago represents a tangible display of his wealth, a shimmering testament to his success. Rarely does he stray from its confines, save for rounds of golf at his club. Melania, too, finds solace within its walls, seldom venturing beyond the estate's grounds. Shielded from the gaze of Mar-a-Lago's elite members, she spends much of her time in quiet retreat, prioritizing intimate moments with her son, Baron, and her parents, Victor Amalia Canavs. The estate, with its heightened security and exclusivity, offers her a rare sense of normalcy, allowing her to detach from the demands of public life and focus on family. Throughout the year, Mar-a-Lago remains a recurring haven for Melania. Over the Christmas holidays, she withdrew from public appearances for nearly 3 weeks, emerging only briefly for a trip to Washington and a surprise visit to troops in Iraq. Likewise, in March 2019, she opted to spend spring break away from the nation's capital, choosing the tranquility of her Florida retreat instead. Whether it's during the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend or other occasions, Mar-a-Lago continues to be Melania's favorite escape, a place where she can step away from the world's prying eyes and immerse herself in the comfort of her luxurious, yet private, retreat. Melania Trump's visits to Mar-a-Lago during holidays like Easter and Thanksgiving have always carried an air of mystery. Unlike many first ladies before her, she has maintained a distinct level of privacy, often spending extended periods away from the White House without much public explanation. These long absences, seemingly separate from her husband's priorities and routines, have become a defining trait of her tenure. Her independent approach to life as First Lady set her apart, reinforcing the notion that she followed her own schedule, dictated only by her personal preferences. Her private retreats, Melania Trump's role as First Lady also involved significant international engagements. One such notable trip was her visit to Canada, which was far from an ordinary diplomatic stop. She attended the Invictus Games, a globally recognized sporting event founded by Prince Harry, celebrating the resilience and determination of wounded, injured, or sick military personnel and veterans. Her presence at the event was meant to demonstrate the United States' unwavering support for veterans while strengthening ties with Canada. However, the trip sparked controversy when reports surfaced that her hotel expenses totaled a staggering $174,000. This lavish spending raised questions about its necessity, igniting debates over the appropriateness of such expenditures. In October 2018, Melania embarked on a solo tour of Africa, visiting Ghana, Malawi, Kenya, and Egypt. The purpose of this high-profile trip was to promote her Be Best initiative, which focused on the well-being of children, as well as to highlight the U.S. government's commitment to global humanitarian efforts. Her visit aimed to foster goodwill and strengthen diplomatic relations between the United States and these African nations. However, as with many of her travels, the trip was overshadowed by scrutiny. While her engagements with local leaders and children were meant to be the focal point, public attention quickly shifted toward the cost of her visit. Cairo, the historic capital of Egypt, was the final stop on Melania's African tour. Known for its awe-inspiring landmarks, including the Great Pyramids and the Sphinx, the city provided a dramatic backdrop for her diplomatic engagements. During her visit, she was photographed admiring Egypt's ancient wonders, but the grandeur of the moment was soon eclipsed by revelations about her accommodations. Federal spending records showed that her brief stay at the Semiramis Intercontinental Cairo came with an eye-watering hotel bill of $95,000, raising eyebrows yet again. While Melania Trump may not have faced immediate consequences for her spending during her time as First Lady, her choices often reflected a deep commitment to her personal fulfillment, an approach that defined her tenure in a uniquely enigmatic way. As a woman, she exudes confidence and sensuality unapologetically, crafting a life that satisfies her own terms and passions. Let's also take a closer look at how she seamlessly blends luxury, independence, and intrigue into her daily existence. Melania Trump seductively redefines elegance and influence. As First Lady from 2017 to 2021, Melania Trump was often perceived as a reserved and enigmatic figure. Her public appearances exuded an alluring elegance and quiet sensuality, her graceful demeanor and poised posture adding to the air of mystery that surrounded her. Yet, her silence on many pressing issues led to widespread speculation about her personal beliefs and the true extent of her influence within the Trump administration. However, her memoir dismantles this carefully cultivated mystique, revealing a woman of deep convictions. While her voice often remained unspoken, it carried an undeniable passion, one that emerges vividly in her perspectives, particularly on the contentious issue of abortion rights. Melania's impassioned defense of abortion rights marks a significant departure from the traditional conservative stance typically associated with her husband's political base. For decades, the Republican Party has been firmly opposed to abortion, championing restrictive laws and policies that curtail access to reproductive health care. This stance was further solidified in recent years, with a wave of draconian abortion bans sweeping across Republican-led states, igniting fierce national debates on reproductive rights. In contrast, Melania's memoir unveils her steadfast belief in a woman's right to choose, an ideology she asserts has remained unwavering throughout her adult life. Her position not only defies the expectations placed upon her as a Republican First Lady, but also underscores a fundamental ideological divide within the Trump household. Donald Trump has long been a vocal opponent of abortion, frequently using inflammatory rhetoric to galvanize his base. Yet, Melania's memoir presents a more nuanced and compassionate perspective, one that prioritizes women's autonomy and reproductive freedom over political allegiance. Her stance, markedly different from the rigid conservatism championed by her husband, signals a quiet but significant defiance. It also suggests that beneath her composed and often inscrutable exterior lay a woman willing to challenge entrenched ideologies, even within the walls of the White House. This revelation forces a reconsideration of Melania's role not merely as a ceremonial figure, but as a woman of independent thought, navigating the complexities of political life under an administration that often thrived on division. Beyond policy debates, Melania Trump made her own mark through the Be Best initiative, a campaign dedicated to the well-being of children, cyberbullying prevention, and combating opioid abuse. She placed particular emphasis on educating children about the responsible use of social media, acknowledging its benefits while warning of its potential for harm when misused. Her advocacy, however, was met with criticism, largely due to her husband's own frequent and combative use of social media to attack opponents. Aware of the skepticism, Melania directly addressed the contradiction, asserting that it would not deter her from championing what she believed was right. Her unwavering commitment to the Be Best initiative underscored her dedication to children's welfare, reinforcing her resolve to address cyberbullying, regardless of external criticisms or the stark contrast between her message and her husband's actions. As First Lady, Melania Trump embarked on her first major solo international trip to Africa. The world watched with keen interest. Her journey began in Ghana, a nation celebrated for its rich cultural heritage and history, yet facing significant challenges in healthcare and education. This visit was a key part of her Be Best initiative, which focuses on enhancing the well-being of children across the globe. Upon her arrival, she was warmly received by local dignitaries and children waving American and Ghanaian flags. The atmosphere was vibrant, symbolizing the strong ties between the two nations. Her first stop was the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, where she placed a spotlight on maternal and newborn care. This visit was not merely ceremonial, it was an opportunity to deeply engage with the healthcare challenges that mothers and children face in Ghana. The hospital, supported by USAID, serves as a beacon of hope for countless families, often taken for granted in more developed nations. It is regarded as one of Happy's country's top leadership surgical resistances. Touring the neonatal intensive care unit, Melania Trump met with healthcare professionals and new mothers, listening intently as doctors explained the critical role USAID plays in providing training and resources to improve maternal and child health. Her presence underscored the importance of international collaboration in addressing these urgent healthcare issues. Beyond healthcare, education is another cornerstone of the Be Best initiative. Melania Trump visited a local school in Ghana where she engaged with students and teachers, observing classroom activities and participating in discussions about the educational system's challenges and achievements. Her visit highlighted the crucial role of education in empowering the next generation and breaking the cycle of poverty. By focusing on learning opportunities, she emphasized the transformative power of education in fostering self-reliance and economic growth. The students' enthusiasm and eagerness to learn reinforced the importance of investing in education as a means to create a brighter future. Following her impactful visit to Ghana, Melania Trump continued her journey to Malawi, a country grappling with significant educational challenges. She visited Chipala Primary School, where USAID has implemented programs aimed at improving literacy and expanding educational access. The excitement was palpable as students eagerly awaited her arrival, knowing that her visit would shine a global spotlight on their efforts. Her visit to Chipala was so extraordinary that Chipala made it into Malawi's top list. She spent time observing lessons and engaging in conversations with students about their dreams and aspirations. Deeply interested in the impact of USAID's literacy initiatives, she saw firsthand how education serves as a powerful tool for reducing poverty and empowering children. Her interactions with students and educators reinforced the importance of investing in education as a catalyst for long-term self-sufficiency and national progress. The visit served as a poignant reminder of the critical role education plays in shaping the future of children and their communities. As the moment arrived when Donald Trump secured the presidency for a second time, Melania Trump, who had remained notably silent throughout the campaign, broke her quiet stance with a cryptic statement. The timeline leading up to this moment had been unfolding for months before the election. Donald Trump, a deeply polarizing figure in American politics, had launched his candidacy with a renewed promise to make America great again. His campaign was marked by fiery rhetoric, controversial policies, and an intensely loyal base of supporters. Meanwhile, Melania, known for her reserved nature, largely stayed out of the public eye. Her appearances were rare, often overshadowed by her husband's commanding presence. Yet, those who closely observed the campaign noticed subtle traces of her influence behind the scenes, as she reportedly advocated for a more inclusive and unifying tone in the campaign's messaging. As Election Day approached, the atmosphere grew increasingly electric. Polls indicated a tight race, with analysts predicting a razor-thin contest between Trump and his Democratic opponent. The media buzzed with speculation, dissecting every move and statement from both camps. In the midst of this charged environment, Melania's silence became both conspicuous and intriguing. Then, on election night, as the results began pouring in, it became evident that Trump was on the path to victory. Amid the political frenzy, Melania stood by his side, her expression calm and composed, a stark contrast to the chaotic energy surrounding them. In the days that followed, attention swiftly shifted to the transition of power. Now President-elect, Trump began assembling his team and laying out his vision for the nation. It was during this pivotal period that Melania finally broke her silence, taking to social media to share a succinct yet powerful message: unity, freedom, prosperity. These words, posted on her official accounts, instantly captured public and media attention. The timing, coupled with the message's ambiguity, ignited a whirlwind of interpretations and debates. Some saw it as a call for national unity, a plea for Americans to bridge their divisions. Others viewed it as an endorsement of her husband's policies, which had drawn criticism for their divisiveness. The enigmatic nature of her words only deepened the intrigue, leaving many to speculate on their true intent in the days that followed. Melania Trump has continued to captivate audiences with her cryptic yet evocative social media messages, each adding a new dimension to her unfolding narrative. One striking post featured an eagle soaring high above the clouds, accompanied by the caption, "Rising above," a symbolic nod to transcendence and resilience in the face of adversity. Another showcased a tranquil landscape with the words, "A new dawn," hinting at fresh beginnings and personal evolution. Through these carefully curated messages, Melania has consistently embraced a persona rooted in positivity and self-growth. While her previous tenure as First Lady was not without challenges, she has demonstrated a deep-seated determination to exceed expectations in her potential second term. Now, as she reclaims the spotlight, the fiercely independent former model is making it clear: Melania Trump is back. When Donald Trump first assumed the presidency in 2016, Melania's absence from the White House raised eyebrows. Opting to remain in New York with their young son, she initially seemed reluctant to step into the role that previous First Ladies had readily embraced. However, this time she appears poised to navigate her return with a more deliberate and enigmatic allure. As she prepares for the possibility of re-entering the White House in January, Melania has already re-established herself as the First Lady of fashion. With an effortless command of elegance, she exudes a refined yet untamed sophistication, ensuring that all eyes remain firmly on her. At 54, the Slovenia-born wife of Donald Trump has carved out a distinct identity through her unapologetic embrace of high fashion. Her signature style, sultry stilettos, glittering sequins, and a penchant for European designer labels, sets her apart from the more restrained choices of her predecessors. Unlike Michelle Obama, gone are the demure ball gowns, muted ensembles, and tailored suits that once defined the role. In their place, she has ushered in a bold, provocative era where modern glamour reigns supreme. With each appearance, she reaffirms that she is not merely following the rules, she is bending them, leaving behind a legacy as strikingly individual as the ensembles she confidently wears. Melania's fearless approach to fashion has not come without controversy, a reality she seemingly embraces with indifference. This was perhaps most evident in 2018 when she wore a now infamous Zara jacket emblazoned with the words, "I really don't care, do you?" during a visit to children separated from their families at the Mexico border. Speaking exclusively to female stylists, fashion expert Lisa Tolbert described Melania as a woman unafraid to defy convention. Tolbert emphasized that despite the expectations placed upon her, Melania has remained unwaveringly true to her personal style, refusing to make compromises even in the face of scrutiny. Her approach to fashion, bold, unapologetic, and often provocative, has solidified her as one of the most discussed and scrutinized First Ladies in modern history. Whether admired or criticized, Melania Trump's presence is undeniable, and she is shaping her legacy on her own terms. In her book American Castle, Mary Shanklin reveals how Mar-a-Lago once again evolved in purpose following Donald Trump's departure from the White House in January 2021. This time, the iconic estate became the permanent residence of the former president and his Slovenian-born wife, Melania Trump. Since stepping away from public life, Melania has remained largely out of the spotlight, making only rare appearances alongside her husband. One such occasion was a Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago, marking the couple's first public sighting together in 6 months. Before that, they were last seen at an Easter brunch on April 9th, at the lavish 17-acre property. Shanklin describes Melania as subtly navigating the roles of her predecessors at Mar-a-Lago, drawing influence from Donald's late first wife Ivana Trump and his second wife Marla Maples. She appears to be weaving together the social, entrepreneurial, and maternal legacies that shaped the estate before her. Notably, Melania has long maintained a preference for New York, spending summers there and continuing to reside in Trump Tower in Manhattan. Even after her husband's presidential victory, her decision was largely driven by her commitment to ensuring that their son Barron could complete his school year uninterrupted before officially moving into the White House in June 2017. Despite her position as Mar-a-Lago's leading lady, Melania has been unable to make significant structural changes to the estate due to a historic easement signed by Donald Trump. This agreement reclassified the property from a private residence to a members-only club, allowing Trump to secure tax benefits while generating new revenue streams. Instead of large-scale renovations, Melania has opted to leave her mark in more subtle ways, through floral arrangements, color schemes, and strategic lighting, a reflection of her background in the fashion and modeling world. While Mar-a-Lago now operates as an exclusive club, complete with guest rooms and luxury amenities, the Trump family continues to maintain their private living quarters within the estate. When asked about her husband's presidency, Melania simply stated that she would embrace a very traditional role. In a 1,999 interview with the New York Times, Melania Trump drew comparisons to legendary First Ladies such as Betty Ford and Jackie Kennedy, figures known for their elegance, influence, and unique approach to the role. At the time, she was simply the girlfriend of a high-profile businessman, yet she expressed unwavering commitment to standing by Donald Trump's side. However, once she officially stepped into the White House, famously in her signature stilettos, it became evident that she was far from a traditional First Lady. While many expected her to embrace the well-worn path of public appearances, charity initiatives, and carefully curated diplomacy, Melania Trump instead carved her own, often enigmatic route. Her tenure in the East Wing would become one of the most unconventional in modern history, marked by moments of both controversy and intrigue. One of the defining aspects of Melania Trump's time as First Lady was her often but headline-grabbing responses to major political and social issues. She was secretly recorded venting frustration over criticism she faced regarding the Trump administration's family separation policy at the U.S.-Mexico border. Her exasperated words insisting that the public should give her a break reinforced the notion that she felt unfairly scrutinized. But it was her sartorial choices that often spoke louder than her words. During a visit to the border in 2018, she wore a now infamous jacket bearing the phrase, "I really don't care, do you?" A statement that ignited a media firestorm and left many questioning her true stance on the issue. Whether an act of defiance, indifference, or simply a misunderstood fashion choice, the moment defined her relationship with public perception. By the time she left the White House in January 2021, her tenure concluded with the lowest favorability rating of any First Lady in polling history, reflecting the polarizing nature of her time in the role. As speculation swirled about her return to the White House, reports suggested that Melania Trump intended to redefine the First Lady's role in an unprecedented manner. For the first time in modern history, she was expected to become a part-time First Lady, appearing only when she deemed it necessary and staying largely out of the political fray. In a rare interview with Fox News, she acknowledged that her second time around would be different, emphasizing that she now had much more experience and much more knowledge. Unlike her predecessors, who typically molded their role around societal expectations, Melania seemed poised to challenge the unwritten rules that dictate what a First Lady should be. The position, after all, has no constitutional framework. It exists purely as a social construct, shaped by public perception rather than legal obligation. As Tammy Vigil, a biographer of the former First Lady, pointed out in The Telegraph, the role is built entirely on expectations that the First Lady be a reflection of American womanhood. And yet, Melania Trump had never seemed particularly interested in conforming to that mold. According to an insider at Mar-a-Lago, Melania's approach to her return was clear. She would forego traditional duties, such as hosting ladies' teas, minimize her public presence, and grant very few, if any, interviews. Her decision to remain largely in the background, rather than embrace the spotlight, underscored her steadfast commitment to operating on her own terms. Yet those close to her suggested that beneath her reserved exterior, she had undergone a transformation. She exuded a newfound energy, one that suggested a deeper, more personal evolution from her first tenure as First Lady. Her approach was no longer just about navigating the expectations of the role, but about leaving an impact in her own deliberate way. With an air of quiet confidence, she seemed determined to connect more meaningfully, serve more intimately, and craft a legacy that, while unconventional, would be uniquely hers. And now let's delve into the story of a girl born into immense wealth and rumored to wield global influence. The lavish lifestyle. On May 2, 2015, a wave of joy swept through the United Kingdom as Princess Charlotte of Wales was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London. From the moment of her arrival, the world knew she was destined for greatness and a staggering fortune. Today, Princess Charlotte's estimated worth hovers around an astounding $5 billion, a testament to her unique position, both the royal lineage and the global imagination. But Princess Charlotte's wealth is no coincidence. It reflects the extraordinary legacy of her family. As the second child of Prince William and Catherine, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, she is a direct heir to a financial dynasty. Prince William himself boasts a personal fortune of $100 million, a figure that ballooned to over $1 billion upon inheriting the Duchy of Cornwall, a private estate valued at $1.3 billion. Meanwhile, Catherine contributes a noteworthy $10 million, adding to the already impressive family coffers. When placed against the staggering $28 billion wealth of the British royal family, it becomes clear that Princess Charlotte is poised to grow up surrounded by unparalleled luxury and privilege. Homes fit for a princess. Princess Charlotte's luxurious lifestyle is perfectly encapsulated in the extraordinary homes she calls her own. When your net worth stretches into the billions, your residence is more than just a shelter, it's a symbol of status, history, and opulence. For this young royal, her primary home, Kensington Palace, is nothing short of spectacular, blending centuries of regal tradition with modern elegance. Kensington Palace, a centerpiece of royal life, has a storied history that predates its association with Princess Charlotte by over 400 years. Originally constructed in 1605 as a Jacobean mansion for Sir George Coppin, it was tucked away in the serene village of Kensington, offering an escape from the chaos of London. Its transformation into a royal residence began in 1689, when King William III and Queen Mary II sought refuge from the drafty and outdated Whitehall Palace. They purchased the modest Nottingham House and, with a vision of grandeur, expanded it into a lavish palace, complete with state apartments adorned with exquisite Queen Mary II left her personal mark on Kensington Palace, particularly in its gardens. A lover of nature and the arts, she curated exotic plants and created a sanctuary for rare birds, turning the palace grounds into a serene escape. These gardens, including the now laconic sunken garden, became an integral part of royal life, blending natural beauty with artistic flair. Today, they offer Princess Charlotte and her siblings a magical space to explore, play, and learn about the environment, a seamless fusion of history and childhood wonder. When Princess Charlotte's family moved into Kensington Palace, they invested $6.5 million in renovations to blend modern luxury with the palace's historic charm. The private quarters, spanning 20 rooms, are a haven for the young royals. Charlotte and her brother Prince George enjoy not one but two beautifully designed nurseries, along with an entire wing dedicated to their play and education. The carefully curated interiors ensure the children feel safe, comfortable, and engaged, providing the perfect environment for a balanced upbringing. Beyond the palace walls, Kensington's lush gardens serve as an outdoor paradise for the family. From the vibrant sunken garden to the tranquil pond, these spaces are more than just picturesque, they are interactive classrooms where the royal children can connect with nature and understand its importance. While the palace stands as a hub for royal duties and public engagements, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge ensure that Charlotte and George experience a childhood filled with joy, learning, and adventure, proving that even in the most regal of settings, family comes first. Enigmatic Hall, a countryside escape. When Princess Charlotte isn't enjoying the grandeur of London's Kensington Palace, she retreats to the serene and equally luxurious Enigmatic Hall in Norfolk, nestled on the Queen's Sandringham estate. This stunning property offers a refreshing contrast to her bustling city life, providing her and her family with a tranquil countryside escape. With its historic charm and idyllic surroundings, Enigmatic Hall embodies both royal prestige and family comfort, perfectly balancing tradition with modern living. The history of Enigmatic Hall reads like a riveting saga of British aristocracy and intrigue. Originally the residence of the Coupleditch family, it established its reputation as a property of distinction. Its tale took an intriguing turn in the late 19th century when Ernest Terah Hooley, a financier with a penchant for dubious dealings, purchased the estate at auction in 1896 for P.Sto. 5000, a staggering sum at the time, underscoring the estate's grandeur. However, Hooley's financial misadventures soon led to its sale, catching the eye of none other than the Prince of Wales, later King Edward VII. In 1898, the prince finally acquired Enigmatic Hall, fulfilling his vision of securing it for his daughter, Princess Maud, and shielding it from less reputable hands. This remarkable blend of ambition, scandal, and royal intervention cements Enigmatic Hall's place in British history and its enduring legacy as a cherished royal retreat. As the 20th century unfolded, Enigmatic Hall evolved into a vibrant setting for both royal gatherings and diplomatic events, cementing its role as a cornerstone of British aristocratic life. Later, Queen Elizabeth II honored its legacy by gifting this enchanting 10-bedroom country house to Prince William and Catherine as a wedding present. Today, Anmer Hall offers Princess Charlotte and her brother Prince George an idyllic retreat where they can embrace their childhood with freedom and joy, far from the formalities of palace life. A quintessential masterpiece of Georgian architecture, Anmer Hall resembles a scene from a picturesque British countryside postcard. While the home retains its historic elegance, thoughtful modern updates ensure it caters to the needs of a young, dynamic royal family. Spacious, inviting rooms blend old-world sophistication with contemporary comfort, creating a perfect balance of grandeur and warmth. Beyond its walls, the sprawling grounds provide an unparalleled playground for Charlotte and George, complete with expansive gardens and a private play area featuring swings, slides, and climbing frames. With the nearby coast offering endless opportunities for family beach outings, Anmer Hall is more than just a residence. It's a haven, where cherished memories are made amidst the beauty of the English countryside. Adelaide Cottage, a cozy retreat. Princess Charlotte's remarkable life extends to yet another historic residence, Adelaide Cottage in Windsor Home Park. This charming and intimate retreat provides a refreshing contrast to the grandeur of her other royal homes. Nestled near Windsor Castle, it offers the perfect family sanctuary with convenient access to the sprawling royal ground. Whether for a weekend escape or a longer stay, Adelaide Cottage serves as a cozy haven where the young princess and her family can enjoy the tranquility of the countryside. Originally built in the 19th century for Queen Adelaide, the wife of King William IV, Adelaide Cottage carries a fascinating legacy. Constructed using materials from John Nash's Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, it showcases architectural ingenuity and royal flair. In 1831, it was celebrated as chastely elegant, featuring opulent rooms, including a private retiring room for the Queen herself. The cottage's unique charm endures to this day, with standout features like its main bedroom ceiling, which incorporates gilded dolphins and ropes salvaged from the royal yacht HMY Royal George. Listed as a Grade II building on the National Heritage List for England since 1975, Adelaide Cottage is not just a residence, it's a living piece of British history. In the summer of 2022, this storied home became the residence of Prince William, Catherine, and their children, including Princess Charlotte. Despite its royal allure, the family pays market rent to live there, adding a relatable touch to their otherwise extraordinary lifestyle. With its intimate design and family-friendly atmosphere, Adelaide Cottage offers a grounded yet luxurious environment. The cottage blends historical elegance with modern family needs, creating a perfect setting for the royal children to grow up with both heritage and heart. The Princess of Style. Princess Charlotte's luxurious lifestyle is not only reflected in the grandeur of her royal residences, but also in her enviable wardrobe, which rivals even seasoned fashion icons. This young royal is not just a princess, she's a style influencer whose sartorial choices captivate the world. Her designer outfits go beyond adorable. They hold the power to spark global trends, giving rise to what has been dubbed the Charlotte effect, where her clothing choices sell out within hours of public appearances. From her very first appearance outside the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital, cradled in her mother's arms, Princess Charlotte made a statement. The white kit bonnet she wore on the way home instantly became a must-have item, flying off shelves and marking her as a fashion force from day one. As she grew, her influence only expanded. On her debut royal tour to Canada, she donned a blue smock dress by Spanish brand M&H, which quickly sold out, leaving parents around the world eager to replicate her charming style for their own children. Her fashion impact transcends borders, resonating far beyond the United Kingdom. One particularly iconic moment came when she wore a pastel yellow cardigan adorned with sheep in an official portrait. This unassuming yet delightful piece by Spanish brand Fina Ijerique sparked a frenzy, with similar styles being snapped up by adoring fans globally. Princess Charlotte's effortless ability to set trends with even the simplest of outfits proves that she doesn't need words to influence. Her style speaks volumes, making her a pint-sized yet powerful figure in the fashion world. Accessories and outerwear. Princess Charlotte's affinity for traditional designs has sparked a resurgence of appreciation for heritage brands and craftsmanship, making her a powerful trendsetter at an incredibly young age. Her public appearances create ripples in the fashion industry, with designers and retailers reporting soaring sales as soon as she steps out. Even her accessories, from charming hair bows to patent tights, ignite trends, inspiring parents worldwide to emulate her polished yet playful style for their own children. The Charlotte effect extends far beyond clothing, cementing her role as a global style icon. Footwear, too, is transformed by Charlotte's influence. Her fondness for leather Mary Janes by Dona Carmen has turned the once under-the-radar brand into an international sensation.